Hey YouTube, this is Johnny C coming at you with a quick update. Had some problems with this light. Just figured I'd show it to y'all. I salvaged it though. I salvaged the chip, man. Somebody went in my tent and just figured they'd look around on the holidays to see what it looked like and how everything was doing. And their hair got caught in one of my lights because it was off, and they lifted their head up, and next you know, wham! They just ripped off, screwed the solder up, ripped off some metal. So I salvaged the chip. Luckily, man, I'm not wasting my 38mm chip, man. You guys must be crazy, man. This is a very good, decent chip. So I salvaged it. I got my flux out, man. I got my solder out, and I did it. And I even recorded it, man. And I was going to show you guys, but the video really didn't turn out to be that good. So I said, fuck it. Fuck it. I don't want to show a shitty video, man. Shitty entertainment. So, I don't know, guys. I'm going to be doing something else, and probably making another video on what heat sinks I use, where they get the heat sinks, and what kind of driver I got on this particular unit. Because you find out where to get your heat sinks, you find out where to get your chips, you find out where to get your driver. That's what you need. There's your three things, man. Your driver, your chips, your heat sinks. Everything else, man, falls into place. Your fans, if you need them, and your frame. I mean, what else do you need? That's everything you pretty much need besides your hardware, which is just your wire ties, whatever you're going to use to connect the wires together, unless if you're going to use solder or whatever you're going to use. My biggest problem is I don't have the right tip in my solder gun. Do not get the Harbor Freight solder gun. Don't get it. Just don't. Or if you do get the Harbor Freight solder gun, guys, make sure you at least get extra tips, because this tip don't belong on this gun, and it was not heating up to the right temperature I needed it to. And it was just causing big ass problems. So don't follow in my example, please, on that. You see all them? I got 15 brand new. One I tested out with the piece of solder you see right there. I tested it out, and I wanted to leave the solder on it to know which one I tested. And I think I got 25 chips right here, Citizen chips. So, but I just wanted to show you the difference, guys. Look at that size difference. Do you see that? Look at the big. I mean, we're talking about 26mm. We're talking about 38mm. That's, over 10 centimeters bigger. That's what she said. So. But anyway, somebody asked me what this was and what that one was. These right here are step downs. Step the current down, because my power supply that powers the fans, cool the heat sink off. My heat sink is rated for 65 watts, no fan added to it, no passive cooling whatsoever, and like no fan in the room blowing on it or nothing. So no circulation whatsoever, 60 watts. This can handle 65 max. With a fan, 130 watts it's rated for. So this is a 130 watt chip with a fan. So that's a good thing. So what we did was we took the 24 volt power supply off of an old laptop or an old camera, and it's a 24 volt 2 amp power supply. These fans are only a quarter of an amp, so I'm fine with 2 fans. I stepped the 24 volts down to 13 volts. Give it a little bit more power than recommended to keep the fans spinning nice and fast, keep these chips nice and cool. And same thing for over here. Actually, the fan is on the bottom half though, so you can't really see it until it's flipped over. And there she is, the fan. But decent name brand driver. And let me tell you guys, if y'all don't know, this is one hell of a bright light, and that's the only reason I got her still looking the way she does and haven't remade her, because she veggies one hell of a light, man. I mean, she really does. And I dim it right here. There's the dimmer. But I figured I just blind the camera for a quick second and show you what it looks like. I hope I don't blow my camera out. Shouldn't even be doing it, but we'll see. I got an extra camera for Christmas, so we'll see. Alright guys, we're gonna turn it off. You ready? We're gonna see what happens. And let there be power. Alright. So, it's about 180 chips on here. There's a lot of chips compared to a Citizen chip. Think about that. And once she gets maxed out, it's beautiful light. That's completely bright, and that's completely dim. God, that's bright. I mean, when I turn the camera, you can't make nothing out. It's so bright. But, we're gonna fix this real fast, guys. But I really wanted you to get a good, clean look on how many chips are in here, the design of the wafer itself, just so you can see, and you can really feel the heat coming off of her. Alright guys, if you have any questions or, you want to get the chips and make a light yourself and maybe need some help, or maybe you need to know where to get chips for a reasonable price, or get a cheap deal, or, you want to cheap out on something and you're not sure if you should cheap out on a driver, or you don't know if you should cheap out on heat sinks, or if you don't know if you should cheap out on chips. Guys, you shouldn't be cheaping out on any of that, to be honest with you. All that's very important, y'all. You really need all that.